Going live. Got it. Going live. This is all the fun content that our viewers can get when they join the YouTube
looking
live.
at the computer.
Yeah, it's just like
figure it out.
Squinting into a computer like two old ladies. Like, how does this thing work? Is this thing on?
And then
it screams in my face. Okay, that's good.
Wow.
So we're live. So Kelly,
Woo,
we are
okay.
fucking.
Yay.
Woo!
Oh my God.
We made it.
Wow, it's already hot in here.
It is already hot. And
It's
not
so
just
hot
because of
today.
these lights.
Sweating bullets. Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, I want to record this meeting too, just in case we have an ish.
You know,
Wait.
my brother named his son Justin. And when his wife was really doped up on meds right after giving birth, we convinced her, all of us in the family, convinced her to make his middle name Case.
And she did it?
As far as I know. I mean, I haven't seen the birth certificate, but like I was told that it went through.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
We call him just in case. I mean,
That's
Oh my God.
incredible.
I was just thinking about the name Judge today because I forget what I was watching, but I think someone's name was Judge. And I was like, that's a really cool name. And then I started really thinking about like, if you were a kid named Judge, like you could never be an actual judge because then you'd be
No.
Judge, which is
Yes.
weird. But
Right.
then
Yeah.
how much teasing would you get? But it's such a cool name if you hear it
It is a cool
without
name.
the con. It's I was like,
Yeah,
oh man,
yeah.
what a loss. But just in
What
case
a
it's
loss.
much better.
What a loss from our justice system.
Just in case.
He would have
and
made a
Judge.
great
Just in
Yeah.
case.
So great.
All right, ladies, are we ready to begin?
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right, you YouTube livers, all of you watching right now,
All
get
of
ready
you 0
for
to
the
1
beginning of
people
the
that are
show.
watching. Welcome. We love you. We need you and your friends.
All right, we're here. Ready?
We're here.
We're here.
Hi. I'm here.
I'm also here. Come here.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
here. Oh my God.
It's like she's in the room with us.
It's as close as it gets these days.
All right, welcome to Fuck You, I'm Smarter, the comedy game show where we compete with a guest to be crowned the smartest person in the room, Zoom, YouTube Live.
What do you think our next one is going to be? Because we kept adding on. First, it was
Twitch.
just in the room.
My,
Oh, okay.
my sister keeps trying to get us to join Twitch.
Which one's Twitch again?
I'll tell you
God.
later.
Okay, I
Oh,
can't
God.
get it.
I can. I've got enough
Yeah, do it.
platforms now. That's enough. No more.
It's
Can't do
too many things. Well, let's get into it with our guest, Jackie Brubaker. She is a podcaster herself. We're going to talk about her podcast. And she's a very talented musical theater actress, which we love musical theater on this show, don't we, Kelly?
Lindsay loves it a little more than I do. I have my moments of it's a love-hate relationship for me, but
Same.
I support
Actually,
it fully.
same.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well-
Anything that you do day in and day out, you kind of have to hate a little bit.
Well, we've done a lot of musical theater on this show, and
Yeah.
I decided not to do that this show for you.
Because she would have won, obviously.
I know. That's why I did that.
Well, thank you. Thank
Came
you.
prepared.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Jackie? How's your spooky season so far?
It's good. I think I need some more Halloween baking shows to be watching. I've been missing that. I haven't like fully dove into the Halloween-ness, which sucks, but I am going to the haunted hayride on Wednesday. So
Oh,
hopefully that will just kick it
fun.
off. And then like, you're old when your like girlfriend and you are going to her daughter's dance recital on Halloween. And we're like,
Mhm.
we're going to dress up as witches too. Like that's when you
Yes.
know
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
time to just be watching the Halloween Bake Off.
that's the sign. So wait, what's the Halloween Bake Off?
It's
a cute
on
show.
Food Network. It's so cute. It's like all the
Oh
other
my God, I gotta
baking
get into
competition
that.
shows, but it's like Halloween based. And like, I love all that stuff. I love it.
Me
If you
too.
can make a finger
Absolutely.
look like, or a cake look like a real finger and then you eat it, it's great. I'll totally take
There's
it.
literally nothing better than
Yeah,
that in the entire
they make
world.
like crazy, weird, like haunted things.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
Jackie, before we get into anything, I need to know what is your stance on pumpkin spice lattes and what's your stance on candy corns?
This is good.
These are like important, I
This is
think,
good.
Halloween food related questions.
Okay.
Go.
I have nothing against the pumpkin spice latte. It doesn't need to be ever overdone. But I don't tend to order it mainly because I'm that girl who's like, how many calories are in that? I don't
That's
think
me
that I'm
too.
gonna do that. I will take the skinny latte, thanks. But nothing against the pumpkin spice. Nothing against it.
Yeah. Okay.
Candy
We're all
corn.
feeling similarly. Yeah.
Right. Candy corn is fine. It's way too sugary for me. Again, I mean, couldn't do the pumpkin spice, but I'm for candy corn too. I think you need to have candy
Okay.
corn during Halloween.
I
Oh,
agree.
okay.
I said,
like
could you
we're-
imagine a life when it's Halloween season and there's literally no candy corns anywhere? It's weird. That would be
Mhm,
weird.
yeah.
I would feel deprived.
I say, and I've said this on the show, so I'll be brief. I could live without it and never see it ever again in my life, but I
Couldn't.
feel like it has to be around.
It has to be around.
Agreed.
Look, I'm only
Agreed.
going to have, like I said, I'm going to have 0 to 1 pumpkin spice lattes per year, which
Mhm.
is fine.
Which
right?
average.
Which I like it. It's nice. But it's not, I don't need it more than that. And I'm just going to eat like maybe a small handful of candy corns once a year. Like, I feel like that is acceptable.
That's your Halloween
you know?
duty. I think I like it.
Do
Yeah.
your due diligence. I can't say it.
We
It's been a long day.
yeah.
I'm also hungover
Yeah.
from we did our first Halloween related group activity.
We did.
Last night. There was a Halloween
Fun.
party in a friend's backyard.
Yeah.
And
That's fun.
it
Did you guys dress
yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
what
my
did
god.
you dress as?
Lindsay and her boyfriend. I'm pissed off that Lindsay and I, because
Me
we've
too.
been a comedy duo for a long time.
Me too.
I can tell.
I'm pissed off that because I'm bringing her neck. Honestly, I'm surprised we hadn't done it before.
Me too.
We did Ab Fab, which was
We did
like the
Ab Fab.
closest we got, but her and her boyfriend did Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World.
Yeah.
And you made the most
Oh.
beautiful Wayne.
Thank
You got all the
you.
mannerisms
Thank
and the
you.
facial expressions. Your
Thank
costumes
you.
were great.
I
It was
love
brilliant.
I
And
love
I
it.
I did the girl, Danny from Midsummer, and then I had my friend dress up as the bear from Midsummer.
Oh, that's
That-
very creative. I like both of these.
Thank you.
These were
Yeah.
very good costumes. Thoughtful, interesting, kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you saw my boyfriend, it was kind of scary. It was like spot on.
He
though.
did a
I
really
mean,
good job. And where to get
he-
that wig?
I ordered it on Amazon.
Beautiful.
Every-
We were
Everything.
on vacation and I was like, shit, we have to go to we have to go to a Halloween party on Friday. It was like Tuesday. And I was like, what do we do? And he's like, what about Wayne's World? And I was like, great. We're on
Right.
Amazon. Sorry to support Amazon, but it got there in 2 days. And I
Yep.
was like, great. Now we have a costume.
Love it.
Love it.
I love it,
Do
ladies.
you have plans? Do you have plans for Halloween or dressing up or anything this year?
Yes, again, I will be accompanying
hayride,
my
of
best
course.
friend. Hayride, of course. Accompanying
Oh,
my
the
best
dance
friend and her
recital.
daughter's recital.
Oh, sorry,
then-
you did say witches. Got it.
We're gonna be witches. I mean,
Cute.
it's gonna be like a mom witch. In like, I do miss doing like big elaborate costumes because I love getting super creative with it. But there's very little to go to. So we'll see. Maybe it'll
Right.
be like
yeah.
cute witch, or I was actually like, maybe I'll just wear a ton of crystals and be that girl. Like I could just be an LA
Love it.
crystal girl, which is really
Yes,
not
love
far
it.
from myself.
Yeah.
People will just be like, "Where'd you get your crystals?
Right.
You look great."
Yeah.
Like this, yeah.
Right. Exactly. Just like get a crystal crown and be like, I'm a good
Mhm.
witch. That's what I am.
Oh, that's cute.
Jackie, where are you from?
I'm from LA proper. I grew
Oh,
up
you
here actually.
are.
Oh wow. Okay. You don't meet
Yeah.
a lot of you.
Yeah.
Don't meet
just,
a lot of you.
just a few of us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where exactly did you grow up?
Give us your home
So-
address and your social
Yes.
security number.
So I say Burbank. Yes, I lived on these streets. I say Burbank because I went to high school in Burbank and my grandmother grew up or, lives there. My mom grew up there and we were always in Burbank. So I just
Yeah.
kind of feel like that's easy. But because my parents were divorced, I was like very much on the west side, like Century City, Marina Del Rey,
Okay.
and then like Burbank and Calabasas. So it's
Okay.
so everywhere, but
Everywhere.
very proper. I've been in West Hollywood for 14 years. So this is
Wow.
definitely
Wow.
my neighborhood, my
Yeah.
house. This is my
Yes.
home.
I love that.
Well, it looks like
That's
a
great.
very cute home and very
Thanks.
well put together.
Love that
She's
plant.
a happy home. Thanks. It's
Yeah.
actually fake. I have real fig trees in my house, but not this one because it's nothing
You have
like
real fig trees in your house?
I have real fig trees, yes. But this one, like my room doesn't, it gets a lot of sunlight, but things don't like to grow. Like I've got some
Yeah.
succulents behind me that are real and they're like, like you can't
Mhm.
kill a succulent.
Yeah.
But these are not very happy. So I'm like, fake tree.
I think I should do that because do not have a green thumb. Like I tried
Same.
when I moved into this apartment, I was like, all right, I'm gonna be that plant lady. And like I have a little outdoor space and I'm gonna hang plants from the ceiling and it's gonna be great. And I tried and they all died.
Yeah.
And I gave up. And it's just me and the cats,
Oh, how many
Can't
cats
keep it
do you
alive.
have?
I have 2 cats. I have 2 precious angel demon raccoon babies. They literally act like raccoons, but they're precious. Yeah.
Wait,
They're very
Lindsay,
So I
do you
can
like
only
cats?
keep something alive if it has 4
Like a
paws
soul?
and can
Yeah.
if it can like meow or make noise when it's hungry.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I need
Right.
that reminder.
Right,
Plants,
remember
I
me. Hey,
can't do it. Yeah.
over here, Mom.
I'm like, I don't know how much sunlight you
I
need.
have a dog, but I like Kelly's cats. I'm allergic
I
to cats.
I got her into cats through my cats.
I've just never been super cuddly with cats because we have to like maintain a little bit of a distance.
Yeah.
But I love Kelly's cats very much.
Aw,
very
Thank
much.
you for saying that.
Very much so.
Do you have
Aw,
pets?
I have 2 cats as well. I can actually hear one of them making dog noises because one
That's
is a
fun.
dog,
Got
but
it.
is
It
actually a
happens.
cat.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're siblings and they're twins and they're the best. They're very cute.
Aw.
So they're my babies.
Oh, I feel the same way about mine.
Yes, these are the only
Jackie.
children I need.
Yeah, same.
You
Mhm.
had some really fun stuff in your email back to us, and I feel bad. I was on vacation and I read it and I didn't respond. And she's like, "Are we still on?" And I'm like,
I
"No,
was like,
your
I don't
email
know."
was amazing and like very detailed, and there was a lot of juicy stuff on there. So I'm really excited to dive in. I just want to ask you, what kind of a student were you growing up?
Well, I think I was an okay student. Like I was good at English and all of the creative stuff. So like music,
Right.
drama, all of that, very easy for me. Science I was good at too. Math just so bad. Just so bad. I actually thought I would get better as an adult. Like maybe my brain is more fully formed
Right.
and like I could
Right.
understand it more. No, not at all.
No.
Like doesn't compute. But I tried hard. I think I was a much better student in college. That's when I just like aced everything except
Right.
math. Or did I? Maybe I did.
Where did you
ace math.
go to college?
Maybe you did ace math.
Maybe I did.
Sounds like
I
there's a story there. Maybe.
What happened in math in college? What happened there?
Math was a struggle, but I got some really good tutors and I did incredibly well in statistics, like
How did
incredibly
you-
well.
Because of the tutoring?
Yes. I may or may not have hired someone to take my statistics class, but it's a mystery. I was,
We're not sure.
busy,
Yeah.
unclear.
That's so smart,
Where do you
though.
find someone? Craigslist? Is this
Internets.
I love it. And like, how do I was going to say, how do I get that job? But like for a different subject, you know what I mean?
Right.
They have different subjects actually.
Oh,
Wait, what was your major that you needed statistics?
Okay, so I actually, let's see. I wanted to get it because I was always, and thank God this is finally over, but I was always like, I want to be a therapist. I want to be a therapist. I want to be a therapist. So I have to get my master's. And I was like, I'll just use statistics because that'll, do all of the qualifications for everything.
Right.
And I don't have to take more than one class.
got it.
So that's why I did statistics. But
Got it.
yeah, I mean, I did my very best and then I needed help. So I'll just leave it there.
And I think it's important. I think that we're kind of trained not to really ask for help, in our lives. And like, I think it's just for you to recognize like, hey, I need help and I'm going to ask for it from a stranger on the internet and pay them. I think that is.
Here's the thing.
I mean, not that you did that, but like if
I
you
didn't
had,
do that,
I think
but
it's
it is
brave. Yeah.
It's a very
exactly.
brave and courageous idea. And I love it.
So
I'm
brave.
for it.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
like my mom's a therapist. My mom has never had to use math for therapy.
we
ever
don't.
in her
It's
life.
irrelevant.
It's not like you're trying to be a doctor and or a scientist and you have to figure out certain equations and stuff.
Totally irrelevant.
It's completely irrelevant.
Completely irrelevant.
And so I am all about it.
Yeah.
I had a client that was trying to do the same thing, and she had to take statistics. Like, she just isn't good at math. She's like, I'm just not good at math. And for years and years, she struggled and poured so much money into tutoring. I should have just told her to hire somebody. Now we know.
Now we know.
Well, now we know.
Now we know that it may or may not be an option.
That may or may not be an option, yeah.
Before we dive into our games, we do want to chat a little bit with you about something that you told us in your email back to us, because we always joke, like, did you bang a teacher? Did you make out with your mom's best friend? You know, like, we always make up, like, you know,
things that happen.
Juicy
you know,
things.
Right. But we've made a joke out of it, right? And then it's like,
you were like, no, actually,
I do have
an
a story about
experience.
that.
Actually,
Yeah, I would like to talk about it. So we would
Yeah.
love to talk about what you discussed with us in the email.
Yeah. So high school was like a really fun first half and then like not a really fun second half. So I came out with a Me Too article of a Me Too experience I had all the way through high school and actually into college as well, with the same teacher. And he was in the musical theater world and he was involved in the program that I was in. I was at a performing arts school. And so even, I met him when I was 14 and, you're a kid and like you look up to someone and you're having your first crushes. And so nothing really happened till I was like, older, but I was still underage. And, it's interesting too. The whole Monica Lewinsky, Bill Clinton scandal was happening at the same time. And it was so fascinating, the parallels between she and I, and how everyone in the school, when they found out, in this very horrible way, like I didn't know it was, suddenly on like blast, but suddenly everybody else did. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And so everyone blamed me, just like they blamed Monica. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm a child. Like, I'm in love with this man. And like, this is crazy, And so he was fired. And then I was like, basically asked to not come back to the program. And then they rehired him to the school.
Oh, I have the goosebumps all over my body right now.
God.
Like,
yeah.
What?
And
go ahead. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I was like, I just like couldn't take it. So I was just like, crazy depressed, just the worst of everything.
Of course.
And I had trained my entire life to do Broadway. And like, that was my trajectory. So I was now like, in my senior year, like should be taking my, I almost said LSATs. I'm like, no, my SATs, like, should be doing that, should be doing all of it. And suddenly I'm, now moved to like a community college. I'm finishing up like some of my high school credits, the very few I had left, and like starting college. And he's now at this college. And I'm like, in my teenage brain, I was like, oh, good, I get to see him. But like as an adult looking back, I'm like, this is so fucked up. Like, why is he here in the next department? Like he's in this, theatrical department, and I'm just like screwed. So it was awful. And it really, I just pushed it down and like stopped musical theater, probably around 21, 22. And then I went into the music industry and did that for 10 years and had albums and wrote for other people, but it was
amazing.
wasn't
what you really wanted.
Yeah. And it wasn't like what I was like born to do. And I don't mean to sound cheesy, but like sometimes you actually know what you were born to do. And like, I was born to do this. And so I may have had a very long kind of hiatus, but I came out with my article a few years ago, or I think it's been almost 3. And ever since then, I've been sort of like healing and letting go of a lot of shame. Cause I would joke about, like you said, like I would actually joke about sleeping with my teacher because I had never processed any of the shame. I just thought this is important to keep quiet. Don't say anything, like move on with your life. Just like move on. But like I said, like every time I would go to an audition, I swear to God, he would be there, like not in the schools, but
Ugh.
like outside of the schools. And I'm like, this is
Can
a
I get away from
nightmare.
this person?
I could
Yeah.
never get away from him. And I was too really fucked up in the head to move to New York. Like if I had moved to New York, I think
Yeah.
that I would have probably like burned out really, really fast
Yeah.
and just
Mhm.
had not been able to like handle it. Cause in order to like do what now I'm starting to do, like you have to be really strong. And I am
Yeah.
very, very strong and like very prepared for it. But
Yeah.
as a kid who was like
Yeah.
truly just messed up, like
Yeah.
it was impossible. So yeah, I really, I'm so glad that I'm on the other side of it and I can share and
Yeah.
talk about it. Cause I mean, I was
It's
really told to
important.
be quiet for years and I believed it. And so
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
shame is such an interesting feeling that a lot of people I think don't even realize they're carrying until maybe one day
Yeah.
they do. And it's funny because this came up for me. It was just starting to gradually bubble up as trauma
Mhm.
will. And then that's when the boys from the Michael Jackson scandal, the boys that were
Mm.
abused,
Yeah.
that's when they came out with their documentary. And I watched it and it was like, click. And I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, that's what happened to me. That's
Yep.
exactly, I was groomed for years
Yeah.
to
Yep.
trust this
Yep.
person. And
Yep.
everybody else trusted him and loved him, like so liked. And yet he was, I mean, essentially a pedophile, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah.
And
And that's
what's really fascinating is that I was contacted by him probably around, I don't know, maybe 10 years later or something, something like
mhm.
that. And he kept trying to find me on Facebook. And he was like, please, please let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. And I was like, oh God, okay. And I was
Ugh.
really doing great in my life. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let's grab a coffee or something. And what was so interesting, and like this is what's really fucked up about, trauma or feeling like you're in love or anything like that, is that I felt all of those same that
Right.
chemistry
Wow.
and that like, oh my God, I do like him. Like I
Yeah.
mean, woo. But there was a definite chemistry. And he was like,
Yeah.
I did like you. I'm like, yeah, but you're like, this
But
is
it's inappropriate.
what?
You have the power dynamic.
Yes.
No. And I
Yes,
was
you
a
have
child. Yeah.
right.
No.
You have all the power. So
Yeah.
it was interesting. He really apologized to me and was like, I'm so proud of everything you're doing and you're doing everything right. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so sorry for everything. And I'm like, I appreciate that. But
hmm
even then I hadn't even processed. I wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It took quite a while after to really process. So,
It
Yeah.
takes
I mean,
years to unravel these things. Yeah.
and that's why we saw so many Me Too people come out finally, because it really isn't like oh, I had this happen and now
No.
suddenly I'm aware of my trauma. It's like,
It's not how it
so you're
works.
so manipulated. Yeah, that you believe that you are wrong. Like this is your
Mhm.
fault. And like,
Yep.
be quiet. Don't let anyone know that this ever happened to you
Yeah.
because you don't want to be the bad guy, not even the
Yeah.
victim, but the bad guy. And I
Right.
just,
Right.
so yeah, I'm just very, much an advocate for women and men. Cause actually when I came out with my article, one of my guy friends who I had a crush on in high school had the same thing happen to him with his next door neighbor's
Ugh.
mom.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was
wow.
like,
So
oh,
Oh, I just got the goosebumps
Wow.
again because I
So-
think about like girls going through this now. I
Yeah.
hope that our stories are. I hope that our stories are making them go like, whoa, 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 whoa! Like that's what I'm going through. Like how you had to do that so
Mhm.
many years later when you watched
Yeah.
that documentary. I hope that that's what these stories are doing for people
I hope
because
so.
like
yeah.
especially
I think it is.
these
I
like
think it is.
drama, theater, like we all had these like blurred boundaries with these teachers, right?
Yes.
And some
Yes,
of them meant
yes.
well and some of them didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
We had that in
Yeah.
college. We had a girl that was sleeping with one of our teachers and we totally made fun of her.
Mhm.
Totally. But now we wouldn't have done that. Like if that
No.
There's
happened
more
now,
awareness now,
we would have
thanks to
seen
people like
it
you who
differently.
start speaking out and like after
Yeah.
you're able to process what
know.
happened to you. And there's just more.
Absolutely.
There's more awareness.
Yeah, and she
now,
left the
thankfully.
school and he stayed. And I remember being like,
It's just so.
what is happening? Like
It's
she's the one
toxic.
having to change her
Toxic,
whole life,
yeah.
And he's
Right.
still at the school. He's probably still there today.
Yeah. And
You know?
like you said, she's the bad guy.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
trying to bring down this reputable, wonderful man or whatever.
And
It's
it's
like
funny too.
that
It's
can do no
again,
wrong.
right. Like again, totally. Like with Monica and Bill, like she didn't want to bring Bill down. I didn't want to bring this guy
Right.
down. I was
Right.
in love with him. I wanted to keep spending
Right.
time with him. Like
Right.
we were at rehearsal all day and all night together. Like that was
Right.
perfect, right? Like why would I want to stop that? But you know, I mean, as fate would have it, my dad found out and was like, "Oh, I'll stop this."
Yeah.
So
Ugh,
yeah.
so hard.
So it was
Yeah.
it was really rough, but I really do think that things happen for a reason. I'm very much
Mhm.
like I believe in karma and all of that, and like having lessons brought into your life to try to learn from them and fix them and advocate if possible. But
Yeah.
it was pretty devastating. I will say I just had a really nice bit of closure in August. So, like I said, I went to a performing arts school and they do this like alumni kind of show where alumni can come back and sing or, something like that. And they were like, "Would you like to sing?" And I was like, "Yes, I would like to go back to the scene of the
Wow.
crime. And I would
Mhm.
like to sing at that place that, essentially kicked me out of." And it was so interesting. I went back before like any of the rehearsals and I just walked around, and a lot of it had been remodeled, but a lot of it was still the same, especially
Yeah.
the theater was like completely untouched. And I just like, I kind of found my 17-year-old self and I was like, let's go. Like, let's just go. Like, I literally imagined taking her hand and I was like, we are
Yeah.
going now. It is time to go to the future. And I like
Yeah.
was such a mom, and I'm not even a mom, but I was so maternal and such, I can't even describe it. It was very out of body most of the time.
Amazing. Oh my
then
God, I'm tearing up.
Yeah, I know. I feel really emotional too, actually. But I was
Wow.
like, come on,
Yeah.
let's go. And like, I went back and sang and, wore this incredibly gorgeous red dress. And it was so clear. Like the energy was clear. The place was cleared.
Good.
People were so just like, so happy for me and everything that I'm doing and just so supportive. And I'm like, God, that's all I wanted. I just wanted
Ugh.
people to support me. Right. Because I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, I
Like
was
you should have
supposed to
been.
do right. Like I was just a kid who was doing what she loved. And then I had to stop like abruptly,
Right.
like no more for you. And by the way, we all hate you. So
It's just so
That's
it's
what
so
I
it's so traumatizing.
get
Oh my
infuriated
God.
the most
Yeah.
about the Me Too stuff is the people who like had to change their lives or lost this opportunity or lost this job and it's like, like that's the most frustrating thing for me. It's like, give us the same like grace, like give us the same opportunities, like let us be who we want to be. Don't take that away from us. Like, fine, you want to take your dick out and jerk off in front of people, like do whatever you want, but I don't want to lose the comedy festival because you're now uncomfortable about it.
Right.
Like that shit pisses me off.
It's just another layer of the power dynamic. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. I mean, it's exactly what we're all fighting against, which is toxic masculinity.
Exactly.
We really are. And I think we're in a good place and we're moving forward. But
things are definitely changing. And thank you so much for sharing that, Jackie. Thank you so much. It was
I feel
inspiring.
all sorts of inspired and goosebumpies.
And the fact that you were able to go back, take your younger self's hand and do that, it's so triumphant. It's so beautiful. So,
it was gorgeous. I'm just lucky that I still live by my high school, right? It's funny. I had it. My grandmother lives in Burbank. The school is in Burbank, and I had never been back ever since I graduated. And I would drive by it all the time, but I would never really go. And it's just bizarro. It's just bizarre. So I'm glad it's done. And I was even like, there's obviously a whole brand new, theater department and music department, and they're all like my age now. Like everybody's like the director, and they're like, we'd love for you to come help if you can. And I was like, I would love to come help and give back and like be part of that.
Wow. Yes, reinvent that shit. I love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, that's amazing.
Thanks.
I think that's a beautiful segue into my first game, if you don't mind. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry. It's so heavy.
Oh yeah, no, a tear didn't fall, but my eyes definitely welled up, and I'm trying to keep it together. So I'm back. I'm good.
Look, we like
gonna give you a hug.
farts, but
I know.
we like farts on the show, but we can get deep. We really can. All right. Well, in your email, we're gonna start with a game based on a few ideas. So you have a podcast called That Girl.
The podcast, yes. That Girl, the podcast.
Where you interview strong-ass women and talk about their journeys. So I was like, okay, I want to talk about some strong-ass women on the show that maybe we don't know about.
Yay.
But then you also said something about Grey's Anatomy. Like you were like, I would have been a doctor if I was good at math, but also something about Grey's Anatomy. Can you explain the Grey's Anatomy thing a little bit?
Honestly, I love doctor shows, and I have nothing but doctors and scientists in my family, which is ironic that I'm so bad at math. You think that some of that DNA would have been passed down, but it was not. It's not passed down. And so, yeah, like I think I would have been really good in the medical field, but I mean, we'll never know because that's never going to happen.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We're going to honor some fun, kick-ass lady doctors with a game called Is There a Lady Doctor in the House?
Oh, okay. You just wanted to say lady doctor.
I wanted to say lady doctor. So we're going to go back and forth.
Okay.
And I'm just going to highlight a few incredible women that I think we should know about
Sounds
that
good.
are pioneers in the medical field.
Okay.
Let's start with our guest, Miss Jackie.
I'm a doctor.
So, yes, Miss Doctor Jackie
Lady
Brubaker.
Lady doctor.
Lady
Jackie
Doesn't it
Brubaker.
sound good? Why,
Yes.
Dr. Lady Doctor? Lady Doctor Jackie
Lady
Brubaker.
What a lady.
We're gonna start the Lady Doctor quiz by talking about the incredible Elizabeth Blackwell, MD.
Why do I know her name?
Elizabeth Blackwell? I don't know. Well,
I don't.
Lady Dr. Jackie.
I'm sorry.
Brubaker's
I'm
question.
sorry.
In 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell became the first woman in the United States to be granted an MD degree. She began her pioneering journey after, so which one of these do you think is correct? Did she become a doctor because A, she had a deathly ill friend who insisted that she would have received better care from a female doctor or a lady doctor? B, on his deathbed, her father, a doctor, told her his dying wish was for her to become a doctor like him? Or C, a teacher of hers told her that women couldn't be doctors or ladies couldn't be lady doctors, so she spent the rest of her life proving him wrong. Do you think it was A, B, or C?
Good.
Those are really good.
I feel like it's A.
It is A. I'm just going to tell you, it is A. Yes. She had a really sick, I just want to tell you a little bit about her. She had a really sick friend who died, and on her deathbed insisted that she would have received better care from a woman, and she was really disappointed in her medical care. But Blackwell...
Unfortunately, that's still the case in a lot of
Yes. Yes. Blackwell was turned away by more than 10 medical schools. A professor even told her, why don't you disguise yourself as a man? And one of these programs will let you in. And she said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
She eventually got into Geneva Medical College in Western New York, but they asked the male students, like, if that was okay.
Ugh.
And they kind of thought it was like a prank. Like, they were like, yeah, whatever, she'll never make it. So they, like, let her into the school.
Right.
And she graduated, got her MD degree, and in 1857, she co-founded the New York Infirmary for Indignant Women and Children to serve the poor. And she became, that's what it says.
Okay.
She became like a huge, huge pioneer in New York, especially for the poor. And she like helped the poor. So she wound up like, yeah.
That's great.
Sticking it to
sounds
the man.
awesome. That's right.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Blackwell.
I'm going to be her for Halloween.
Blackwell. Yes.
I'm Elizabeth
Absolutely.
Blackwell, the first American MD, obviously.
Obviously.
You're the
Obviously,
lady
no, yeah.
doctor.
All right, Kelly, let's talk about Rebecca Lee Crumpler.
Ooh.
Interesting.
She was
name.
the first African American woman in the United States to earn an MD degree.
Amazing.
She was inspired by an aunt who took care of many ill neighbors. Then she got into the New England Female Medical College in Boston, Massachusetts. And then she worked as a nurse for 8 years in Charlestown, and she started receiving letters from doctors commending her as a nurse when she was a nurse. When she completed her education in 1864, she became the only Black graduate in the school's history.
Wow.
Wow.
Following the Civil War, she moved to Blank to care for formerly enslaved people, where she suffered rampant racism and sexism. Where do you think she moved?
So she was in Massachusetts?
She was in Massachusetts, and then she moved to take care of formerly enslaved people, which is like, she's incredible.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the
Did she-
South.
Yes.
I mean-
Did she move to A,
good.
Charlotte, North Carolina, B,
Okay.
Richmond, Virginia, or C, Montgomery, Alabama?
Alabama.
I think Alabama. I'm going to go Alabama.
That is incorrect,
Oh.
you guys.
Is it Virginia?
It is Virginia.
Damn it. Should have gone with my gut.
Give her a point.
I'm
Give her
giving
a
the
point. Give her a
Giving
point.
her the point.
Thanks.
All right, let's do 2 more famous lady doctors.
Okay.
Ooh, this one's fun. Okay, Jackie, this question is for you. Mary Putnam Jacoby.
That's a cool name.
Yes. She received her MD degree from the female, now called the Women's Medical College of Pennsylvania, in 1864.
Wow.
She decided, fuck the United States, I'm going to go and get a better education. And she actually moved to Paris, where she went to school in Paris. She was the first woman to ever do that, to go to Paris to get a medical degree.
Yes.
She wrote about pediatrics, pathology, neurology, and then she became the first woman accepted into the New York Academy of Medicine. But perhaps her most outstanding contribution was debunking myths about what? Is it A, menstruation, B, the female orgasm, or C, the G-spot?
What's her name again?
Her name is Mary Putnam Jacoby.
Huh.
Menstruation, the female orgasm, or the G-spot?
Huh.
Menstruation?
That is correct. Wow.
Very good.
You really should have been a lady doctor.
Yeah.
See? All those years of grays are really paying off right now.
So there was a book by a Harvard professor that argued that any sort of like women couldn't do a lot while they were menstruating. He's like, they really can't, they don't have the energy to do a lot of things. They just have to rest. It's actually very dangerous for women to do anything. And she was like, that is absolutely wrong and ridiculous. She did like a whole theory and a whole paper about how strong women are, how we can do anything no matter what's going on. And she won like all these awards.
Amazing.
That's
I'd
so
love to
great.
read that.
I
I mean,
know.
I don't want a man to tell me to rest when I'm on my period, but I have to say I do like
Do like to
the
rest.
first day. I'd like to just stay in bed. if I'm being
Agreed.
honest.
Understood.
Yeah.
Agreed. Like, not
But-
against that.
Understood.
Yeah. But if a lady doctor, but we needed those lady doctors to advocate for us because it's just another excuse for them to keep us down.
Yeah. Oh, because one of the things he was saying, like, they shouldn't even study. It's too much. It's too much for them to even study.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, wait a minute.
Okay, wait,
Like,
we're getting out of control.
Maybe
Yeah.
I want to rest on the couch a little bit, but I can, like, use my brain.
Right. I
Let's
can
go.
still read a
my
book. Leave me alone.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, Kelly, last lady doctor question.
Okay.
You got this.
Thank you for your
Let's
confidence.
talk about Lady Dr. Gertie Teresa Corey.
These names.
Yeah.
She's pretty amazing. She was the first U.S. woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize
Oh.
in science.
Cool.
She worked with her husband, Carl, and even though they worked equally, he was always more respected than she was. She was always seen as kind of his assistant, but she was really the one making the breakthroughs. And they both were, but she was seen as less than.
I think I did a question about this.
Gertie and Carl?
I did something about, at some point I did a question. I did questions about like Nobel Peace Prize winners.
Interesting.
Well, and about how it was about how men took credit for women's.
Oh, interesting. Carl seems like a nice guy, though.
Okay.
I feel like it was other people were like, let's ask Carl, and she's over here like, but I know the answer too. Gertie. Okay, so they were really into like the body and energy and food and how it helps the body.
I like them too.
Yeah, I'm into all that.
Yes, and they delved into the body's use of energy from food, and this so they won the Nobel Peace Prize for the Cori cycle. They came up with the Cori cycle. What do you think the Cori cycle was about?
Okay.
I don't know. It has to do with the body's use of energy from food.
Okay.
Was it A, how glucose is metabolized? B, how you can lose weight versus calories in, calories out? They figured that out. Or did they figure out the effects of hypoglycemia, low blood sugar in the body?
I'm gonna go glucose.
Yes, and it was like a key insight for the treatment of diabetes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool.
Carl and Gertie. Well, there you go.
So she did get credit for it.
She did get credit. She won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Was she allowed to like go up and receive the award, or did he have to do that in her?
Look,
like,
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because was her name on the
her name
table?
Okay.
Her name was
her name on the prize? What does a Nobel Peace Prize look like?
I don't know.
Isn't
Is it a piece of paper?
I imagine it like a little Oscar statue, but I don't think.
Yeah, like something like a round. I think I'm thinking of another actual award, but yeah, something round and globe-like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to look it up.
I might be thinking of the Emmy. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna write that down. Actually,
we're gonna look up. What does it look like?
Global
hemoglobin Peace Prize.
What is hemoglobin?
You're a good lady, doctor. Great. Okay. Let's see. What class do we want to go to next? What's our second period? No pun intended. Pun always intended. Let's do. Let's keep the theme.
Oh, weird science.
Of science, yes.
Interesting.
Because Jackie, you said you liked biology and you wanted to be a doctor.
Definitely.
So we're doing a class called Weird Science. This is Human Biology Edition. So we will start with you, Jackie, our guest, and this is just a true or false question. So true or bullshit, as we like to call it on this show, because we like to swear. True or bullshit? Goosebumps evolved to make our ancestors' hair stand up, to make them appear more threatening to predators. True or bullshit? Is that
bullshit?
The purpose of goosebumps?
Bullshit.
That is incorrect. Apparently, according to some website on the internet, that is actually a fact.
Wow.
I guess we just had so much more hair.
Yeah.
I think we
We're
did.
more hairless now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, this would not be scary. I mean, it would be scary, but yeah.
Lindsay, number 2.
Yes.
If they were laid end to end, all of the blood vessels in the human body would encircle the earth how many times? A, 1/2, B, 1.5, or C, 4 times?
Well, my guess in my head was 3.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with 1.5.
That is incorrect.
Is it 4?
Well, Jackie, you have a chance to steal. Do you think it's 1/2? Our blood vessels all laid out end to end would go halfway around the earth or 4 times around the earth?
I'm going to say 4 times.
That is correct.
Wow.
You almost had it. Your instincts were right.
You were close.
That's crazy, Tom.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm thinking, how is that? That's all bundled inside of us. That's freaking. I mean,
that's crazy.
Crazy.
Well,
that's
it's
a
like,
little bit too much for my lady brain to even comprehend. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
it's the first day of my period, so I
I was
really
Yeah.
just
can't
gonna
get
say,
it.
is anyone
don't
on
even
their
try to
period?
think about it right
just
now.
No,
tune
I'm just gonna go lay
down.
All right, Jackie, number 3. Your tongue is made up of how many interwoven muscles? I'll give you an A, B, and C if you don't know this off the top of your head.
I
She's a lady
don't.
doctor.
Is it 4 times, 8 times, or 26? Oh, sorry. 4 muscles, 8 muscles, or 26 muscles?
I'm gonna say 26.
That is incorrect,
Ah.
Lindsay.
Can I say 8?
Yes, that is correct.
Eat
Ooh.
muscles.
And
Gosh.
the tongue, yeah, all interwoven. The tongue is similar in structure to an elephant's trunk and an octopus's tentacle. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Did we all watch My Octopus Teacher?
No,
I-
I didn't. Well, here's the thing. I'm very sensitive to animals, and I eat animals. So
I do too.
Yeah.
I know.
So
it's
I
a
have
hard, it's
a little trepidation about like learning how intelligent they actually are.
Because you
Because
want to
I
eat
still
her.
want to be able to go
You
and
wanna
eat an
eat her.
octopus at a restaurant.
I know.
Oh my God. I do
Yeah.
get that. I do. I have not had octopus in a while for those reasons, but yes.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
see?
Moving on. Cause I do get you.
Yeah.
It's tough. It makes sense that I would just be vegan, but I'm not.
Same.
Right.
Same.
I would definitely be your version of a vegan because I love animals way too much.
Right.
And I do believe they're
Yeah.
intelligent and all of this stuff. They have souls,
Yeah.
everything.
Same.
But I'm,
Well,
you
we've
know.
said this. We've said this
Yeah.
on the show, but we went to South Africa, and before we went on safari, Kelly took me to this really nice dinner where we ate like all the game because we're like, we're not going to eat
It
this
was, like-
after we see this.
Right.
Like,
yeah. It was like 3
so
different types
smart.
of like
Yeah.
game.
Springbok and
Yeah.
all these things that were
All
like,
these-
shit, we better
yeah.
eat this tonight because like after we get on safari, like
We're gonna see them and see how cute and
Yeah.
beautiful they are and
Yeah.
watch them in their
Right.
natural habitat. And we're like, I can't eat
We do.
Bambi.
We felt bad about it.
Yeah.
But I also have to say, especially with safari, I mean, those animals are killing each other and eating each other too. So it
Right.
it does
Is that
make
a
sense.
reason to do it too? If everyone,
if everyone jumped off a bridge,
Mhm.
would that be okay too?
That's their natural instinct. I'm not saying it's our
Those
natural
lemmings.
instinct,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I'm gonna eat meat. I eat meat.
I
I'm
do
gonna eat
too.
meat.
I do
Yeah.
too. I just have
I
a
just don't like to
I
think
just
about what it is.
well, and that's exactly the reason
Right.
that I didn't want to watch the octopus film, even
Understood.
though I want to see. I probably
It's
will. I'm just
wonderful.
like, you know what I mean. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just okay.
It's okay. All right.
Thank you for understanding. All right, let's see. Number 4. This should be Lindsay's question,
Okay.
right? Okay.
Mhm.
True or bullshit? Humans are the only animals with chins.
Oh, what
True
a
or
concept!
bullshit? Humans are the only animals.
I'm gonna say that's bullshit because I feel like don't monkeys have chins?
You know,
I mean,
I just thought about that, and
I mean, they have to have some sort of a chin.
apparently they
It's not
don't.
a chin?
I don't.
wait, what?
Okay,
This doesn't make sense.
On this website, I was this
Liars!
mental floss literally says elephants are the only other creature with a body part similar to the chin. The human chin is considered a cladistic apomorphy,
Mhm.
something like that, which is a feature or body part not found in the earliest forms of a clade, which is a group of organisms sharing a common ancestor. So it's evidence of our species evolution and one of our defining physical characteristics.
But elephants don't have chins.
Elephants don't have chins, and apparently they didn't actually talk about chimps or apes, but I'm feeling like they're classifying whatever is underneath their lip as something different. But you know what? Let's mark that down as something to look into. But I read a couple of articles about it, but I didn't even. Do chimps have chins? Great. We'll broach that next week.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And research to find the true purpose of the chin is actually ongoing. There are different theories, such as assistance with speech. So that's maybe why it's for us, not for chimps.
Interesting.
Okay.
To protect the jaw from chewing, as a way to measure attractiveness when seeking a partner, or a combination of all three.
Yeah, I always get it with my chin.
Yeah. I even just said to you today, I love when you jut your chin out. It's this funny little thing, just this little thing that Lindsay does.
Aw.
Yeah, why I oughta. Okay, let's move on. Speaking of chimps.
Fucking chin.
All right. All right, Jackie. On a genetic level, all human beings are more than what percent identical? This is just throw out a number. So we're all related how much percent as human beings genetically?
I feel like I actually used to know this answer.
Was it in statistics class?
It was definitely in statistics for sure.
She remembers that one well.
I really do. I remember a lot of PayPal. Anyway, yeah. So I want to say, I think I'm thinking of something else. But okay, I'm just going to give
just
we're like
human beings.
Human beings. I think we're like 98.6% the same.
So close. No,
really?
Lindsay.
So close?
So close. Don't look at my paper.
I'm not. She's so
not
close. She's. I'm gonna go lower. 97%.
No, it's over 99%. All humans are 99%.
Man, I was gonna say at least 98. Oh man. See, yeah, I feel like I remember learning that and being
Follow-up question.
Okay.
Let's let Jackie get a chance to get it.
Yeah.
Extra credit. Who are our closest living relatives in the animal kingdom, and what percent of DNA do we share with them?
I do know this. This is actually really bringing up a lot of things I really did learn. So it's not chimps. It is another version that, oh my gosh, what are their names? Is that a mosquito? Oh, it is a mosquito.
It is not the mosquito. I'm sorry, Jackie.
No. Hold on, wait. It's the I want to say it's actually the bonaboo. Yes.
Oh my God.
I knew it.
It's actually chimps as well, though. Chimps and
we're really
bonobos
close.
or whatever.
Bonobos,
We're very close.
My mind
chimps.
is blown.
Yeah.
My mind is blown.
That was amazing that you didn't just go chimp. You went for the fancy one. You know what I mean? You went for the one that no one knows about.
Wow.
Amazing.
Fun fact about them is that they actually have sex for pleasure. That's the only animals just like us. And that's why we're, not completely, but that's really one of the reasons why we're so close. Yeah.
Amazing.
And they're also really mean.
Just like us.
Just like us.
And do you know what percent of DNA we share with chimps and bonobos?
It's probably something like that. It's so high up there. It's amazing that we aren't identical.
Exactly.
It's crazy that we've gone this direction and then they were like, no, we'll just stay here. We're good.
Right.
I did all kinds of different projects and stuff on this in college. I love it. See, this is why I would have been such a good lady doctor.
You would have
been such a good lady doctor. So it's actually 98.8%.
And I said 98.
98.6. You said 98.6 for
oh
human.
My
so
God, I was so
but
close.
Think about this.
Wow.
Not a percentage point. 0.2 of a percentage point
away
away
you're getting ready for math class, I see.
Oh God. Okay. Let's finish this up. I can't wait to get to math. Lindsay, last question.
Yes.
The pineal gland,
which you never asked,
which secretes the hormone melatonin that controls the circadian rhythm, got its name from its shape, which resembles what?
What's it called?
The pineal gland.
Pineal?
You know it. Mm-hmm. You know it. Yes, you do.
Also known as the third eye.
Like you live here in LA, you know.
What?
Read the question again.
It shoots out melatonin, baby, and apparently shoots out DMT when you're having spiritual experiences or when you're having a death experience.
Is it named after a penis?
No, it's named after a pine nut or a pine cone.
What?
Because that's how it's shaped. It has that kind of cone shape.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate pine cones now because one of them destroyed my car.
Oh, that was bad.
One of them smashed my entire windshield.
I like to think that it was mad at you, and the tree actually like
Whoa.
threw its
Yeah.
own pine cone
Yeah.
with its branch
I
at
know.
you.
Just like
Yeah.
a cartoon would. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That
The
sucks. I'm sorry.
pineal gland. I never
Very
heard
good.
of that.
Yeah.
That's my third
Mhm.
That's your third
eye.
eye, baby. It
There
actually,
she
well, it's
is.
sensitive to light.
Thinking of
It's like
getting
an eye.
Botox in my pineal glands.
Get
You're
outta
fine.
here.
I get it all the time.
All right, good job, ladies.
Woo woo!
What's the score going into recess here?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
It's upsetting.
No, Jackie's killing it.
Of
She's
course.
5 points.
Yeah.
Kelly, you have 1. And I have 1.
Great. So even with our points combined.
No, it's not happening.
No. Okay.
Not yet.
All right. Well,
Who's the bonobo?
who's the
Who's
bonobo
the bonobo
now?
now? Should we play a little MASH?
Let's do MASH for recess.
Did you ever play MASH?
Yes, I kind of forgot how to play it, but yes, let's do it.
We'll
get
walk you through it.
Kelly's the MASH
I'm
maker.
I'm the MASH maker. That's cute.
Oh,
She
shoot.
does the MASH.
All right.
Oh, they played the Monster MASH last night, and
Lindsay's
that's like my
favorite
favorite song.
Like not just her favorite Halloween song. It's her favorite song.
It is my favorite song. I love it. It's so
so
silly.
catchy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jackie, this can be from the perspective of now, or you can go back to when you were like a young kid, and it can be from that perspective. Whatever works for you. So I'm going to ask you, who are 3 life partners that you would like to have? And what's the other one? Oh, 3 jobs that you would like to have.
Obviously,
Maybe if you
Lady
weren't,
Doctor.
yeah, like if you weren't doing what you're doing now, let's say. Or I guess it could be, if it's from a child's perspective, it could be, musical theater actress. But
Okay.
so let's get 3 life partners
Okay.
and 3 professions when you grow up.
Okay, 3 life partners. I'm really bad at like celebrity crushes. Like, who would your like hall pass be
It
for?
could be
I'm
like your next door
I-
neighbor. Like it doesn't matter.
All my neighbors are gay because I live in West Hollywood.
Okay.
So
Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll just make people up because right now I'm in this like beautiful Zen-like place in my life where I'm like, I don't really care about men, so I'm not even thinking about them.
Great. It could be an animal if you want to marry an animal.
It could be a cartoon character. It doesn't matter. This is all.
Okay, so Roger Rabbit. I'm just kidding.
Love it. Roger Rabbit. So sexy.
Put down
so
Roger
hot.
Rabbit. Do it. Just do it.
Oh, it's already written.
And
Yeah.
he put the phone in it, and he loves Jessica
He
Rabbit
loves her so much. And then you get to be Jessica Rabbit, and who's sexy?
Hello.
than that,
Yes, I would love
Gorgeous.
to be Mrs.
And she's
Jessica
a singer.
Rabbit.
Oh my god, so sexy.
I think Roger Rabbit's the one. Okay. Roger Rabbit. Let's put down I'm sure there's people if I were really like thinking about this, I could figure out. But there's this guy, Simon Sinek. He's like an author and like a motivational like speaker. He like did a TED Talk years ago that people went like crazy for. He's super duper smart and he's really cute.
Okay.
And he's kind of got this like transatlantic sort of accent going on. So I'm like, ooh, are you British? Are you, what are you? What exactly are you?
Mysterious.
Mysterious.
Lovely.
That dude.
Love that.
And ooh, no, I can't say that.
Yes, say it.
Fine. Bobby Flay.
Yes. Bobby
You
Flay.
can totally
All right.
say it.
Bobby
Oh
Flay.
Lord.
Oh my
I hope he
God.
never watches this then if I end up with Bobby Flay.
I mean, there's nothing sexier than a man who can cook a steak.
Seriously,
Okay.
a really good steak.
Honestly, yeah. Okay, and 3 professions.
Okay.
What are you gonna
Lady
be when you grow
Doctor.
up?
Definitely Lady
Doctor.
Doctor.
Obviously, Lady
Mhm.
Doctor.
I'd love to be like a do-gooder who actually creates like some amazing charitable organization in a third world country. So just put it like humanitarian.
Mother Teresa.
Okay.
Yes, Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to be her. And
A
what else would
modern
be-
day Mother Teresa.
right.
Well,
Who,
yeah,
like
isn't she
does
She
dead?
wants to be her
Oh,
own.
okay. Yeah.
yeah,
own
like
Mother Teresa.
who gets Botox because she's like I still care about
Mother Teresa with Botox.
right.
Got it.
Yes.
Love it.
And I'd be well, I know this is still in the doctor field, but I'd be a veterinarian. Oh, no,
yes.
just
nice.
kidding. Just kidding. I'd have an
No.
animal sanctuary. Boom.
Animal.
That's more like it because
Yeah.
vets just too much putting down the
Too much
animals.
putting down.
Sanctuary is a good way to go.
It's building them up.
Yep,
Yeah.
building them up, not
Building
putting
them up,
down.
not putting them down.
Yep.
That's right.
Like
Not
it.
Tiger
Okay.
King building them up. No, not like that.
I also couldn't watch that.
It's so
That would
funny.
make you really upset.
I love cats too much.
Yeah.
To
I
see them
know.
in any way being neglected, abused,
Oh, you
or
would hate
exploited.
it.
Yeah.
You would hate
No,
it
I
so
feel
much.
like we all
Okay.
need to have drinks soon because
I
we
would
just
love
our love
that.
of cats.
Yes. Yeah.
And other things
You're
too.
allowed to be
I'm
there.
cat adjacent.
You're allowed to be there.
Cat
You're cat
adjacent.
adjacent. Yeah. No, I'm obsessed. Okay.
I
I'm
know,
going to
me too.
start drawing a spiral, and you're going to tell me when to stop. And then I'm going
Okay.
to count the number of spaces in between the lines. It's very technical.
math.
It's math. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right.
Whenever you're ready. Drawing
Stop.
the spiral. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. All right, here we go. Mash. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're not going to live in a house. 1,
No.
2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, you're not going to be a lady doctor.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're not going to live in an apartment. It's a mansion or shack. Go big or go home.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Bobby Flay is out.
Oh.
Damn it.
1, 2, 3, 4. You got a mansion!
Oh, good.
Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4. You are a do-gooder / Mother
Mother-
Teresa with Botox.
Yes.
And then we got
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Roger Rabbit!
Woo!
What a beautiful life!
Actually, it really is. I
really
like that
is.
life.
That's fabulous. Okay, I love it.
That's so cute.
Congratulations on your
Congrats. Can we see the plays?
All right.
All right, let's get math over.
Let's get back to
with,
class.
Okay.
Can we make
Okay.
this quick?
Yeah,
I
we're
do
gonna
not
make-
like math.
I'm going to be fast and furious. Fast and
Beautiful.
furious.
Ugh,
here,
Get her
okay?
I'm getting my
done.
notes
Now,
ready. Okay.
I have-
sweating.
I have an idea for this math.
Do I need a calculator?
No, just get paper or something. Or
Do I need it though? Oh, I hate you.
yeah,
Oh,
probably.
God.
I mean, I did them in my head, but
I can't. That's
okay.
scary.
So here's the deal. Because you may or may not have paid someone to take math for you, I think we should flip the rules a little bit. And Kelly's going to answer for you, and you're going to answer for Kelly.
What does that even
Okay.
mean?
So here,
What?
yes. So
What's the
if
difference? We're
Jackie
both
gets it
terrible.
right, if Jackie gets it right, Kelly gets a point. Now you may say, Jackie may go, well, I don't care. I don't want to give her a point, but you want Kelly to get you a point.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you have to,
Tricky.
you have to work hard. So
Okay.
Tricky.
you have both hired each other
Got it. Okay.
to pass this math test. Okay. So this game, in order of Jackie is an amazing baker. She does it seasonally. She sells her delicious fall gifts.
I can't wait
and
to try
delicious
some.
goodies.
I'll bring
This
some.
game is called A Real Baker's Dozen minus some biscuits equals Everyone Hates Math.
Beautiful.
It rolls off the tongue,
It
right?
That
certainly
is
does.
brilliant.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to start with Kelly, but she's answering because Jackie
For Jackie.
hired her. So
Okay.
this is for Jackie's point.
I'm gonna try to do my best by you, Jackie.
Okay, I'm same.
Okay.
So Kelly, Jackie needs 1/3 of a cup of
Oh
flour
no. Oh, I don't like baking math. Okay.
to make 1 apple pie. So 1/3 of a cup of flour to make 1 apple pie.
Okay.
If she made 9 apple pies, how many cups of flours does Jackie need?
Of flowers.
Of flours, yeah.
This is where we're at. Oh my god, this sounds
Dandelions.
hard.
Okay, so she's gonna need
9 apple pies.
what was it? 3.
Yes, Jackie, you got a point.
That was amazing because what I had in my head was not 3.
Kelly,
I
you're
mean, I
screwed.
would have killed that. I would have massacred that answer for you. So thank you.
You're
All right, well, here we
Wow.
go.
Just do your best. I believe in you.
Okay,
I hired you you had great recommendations.
so now Jackie.
All your friends wrote them. It's all a lie.
Kelly just got you a point, so the pressure is on.
But no pressure.
Okay. Jackie, a cake recipe calls for using 6 5/9
Oof.
cups of sugar.
That's fucked up of you.
no,
That's
she's a
really
baker.
messed-
She can do this.
It's really messed up.
Oh, no.
6 5/9 cups of sugar before baking, and then 5 4/9 cups after baking. So 6 5/9 before, then 5 4/9 after. How many cups of sugar is needed in the recipe? Go ahead.
That's
Take
a
your
lot
time,
of sugar.
breathe. Yeah, we're all
All
getting
right.
diabetes. Thank God for the
6,
Corey cycle.
5 ninths. It was 6 and 5 ninths. And what was the other one?
6 and 5 ninths, and then 5 and 4 ninths. Come on, you can do this. You can definitely do this.
I just want to say I don't think sugar is ever measured that way.
Well,
No. Exactly.
in this, in this, in this. You should do it too.
I know the
because
answer.
you might have a chance to steal.
But to give it to the point to her.
I'll give it to you.
Okay. I do not think this is
she can get it.
correct, but this is
Just go.
12 cups.
Yes!
No!
Yes!
See, you can do that.
That was the most complicated math I've ever done in my life.
I honestly think that we all got in our head. I think especially as women, as young girls, it got in our heads that girls aren't good at math, and it was intimidating. And I think that it was like reinforced to a lot of us because most of the people I know who are like, I'm not good at math, I hate math, are women.
Oh,
right.
Really?
Yes.
I agree with that.
I do think there's like a social like gender component to it. I really do.
I completely do. I completely agree with you. Yeah, like that's why I thought I would be better as an adult. And like it did seem easier, but then it wasn't. And then it just wasn't easier. But
I think our brains are just programmed certain ways too, that we just like, I don't see it, I can't do it. But look, you got that right.
That was awesome.
I can't believe I got that right. But
all right, you're each gonna do one more for each other. Okay. So Kelly.
Yes.
This is for Jackie.
Okay.
Kelly baked. Now she paid you a lot of money.
Yes.
So you need to get this right.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I'm working hard for the money.
Like hard-earned money.
Okay.
Kelly baked 3 batches of chocolate chip cookies.
Mm-hmm.
She used 1/3 of a bag of chocolate chips to make all the cookies. How much of the bag did she use for each batch?
Oh, you're a whore.
So you baked 3 batches of chocolate chip cookies, and you used 1/3 of a bag of chocolate chips to make all of them.
Got it.
But how much of the bag did she use for each batch? And Jackie, if you want to try on your end, you could steal the point for yourself. Yeah, you got this.
you can do it.
Is it a 9?
Yes! Oh my God, I'm so proud of you guys.
Guys, it's so hard. I'm sweating.
I am so proud of you guys. You guys are nailing it.
Oh my God.
I've never.
So hard.
I think you could both be lady doctors.
Thank you so much.
All right.
See, if we just had teachers like you, Lindsay. If
I
we had teachers like you.
I am so proud.
Thank you.
You guys both, you had panic in your eyes.
I'm going to cry for the second time in this game. Thank you so much.
I still have some panic. I mean,
I have adrenaline like rushing through me. I could lift a car off a baby right now.
All right, last question for Jackie, but actually for Kelly, because Kelly paid Jackie a lot of money.
Jackie.
All right. Jackie and Kelly were hanging out.
Yeah.
And they were like, let's make some chocolate cakes.
Sounds good.
I forgot to change the names.
Okay.
Jackie used 2 2/7 pounds of chocolate. 2 2/7 pounds of chocolate. Kelly used 2 6/10.
Ugh.
Who used more chocolate to make their cake? So Jackie used 2 2/7. Kelly used 2 6/10. Who used more chocolate?
I think Jackie did.
You think Jackie
Jackie was the 2 2/7?
Yeah.
Jackie is the 2 2/7. That is incorrect.
Oh.
So I'm going to give no one a point.
Okay.
Yes, it was actually Kelly.
What if you
What
if you give me a point if I can prove the math?
Sure, prove the math. Go ahead.
I said if.
Let's see. No, I think this is good. Let's talk this out. Why was she not correct, Kelly, for a point?
Okay. So
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Well, okay, because 2/7. Okay, 2 out of 7 is like less than half. And 6 out of 10 is more than half.
Yes. That's exactly right. That's exactly
all right.
right.
Damn it! I feel like I could have fought harder on that.
You could have. No, you could have gotten it.
That's
it's
okay. You guys.
You can still be a lady doctor. There's no
I'm
margin
gonna still
of
be a lady
error,
doctor.
You know what I mean?
You
For
guys.
I mean,
yeah.
100%. You guys nailed it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Lindsay.
I think
You're
all
a good teacher.
Learned today
really
that
good teacher.
if the teacher asks only 4 out of the 6 questions that she wrote and only asks the easy ones,
you can get 3 out of 4
anything.
right. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the class that I forgot what it was called, but I'll say it again.
Because it just rolled right off the tongue. It rolled away.
It was called A Real Baker's Dozen minus some biscuits equals Everybody Hates Math.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There we go.
All right, class, for our final period today, we're going to, I don't know what class this is. Maybe this is a history class. It's called Halloween Dreams.
Ooh.
This class is just a little kind of catch-all about different aspects of Halloween.
How fun and spooky, because we are keeping up with the spooky season.
We had to have one thing related to Halloween besides just all of our very interesting talk at the top about pumpkin spice.
Talk at the top.
Talk off the top. Jackie, we used to have a podcast that didn't really get that far, but we started a podcast called Talk Off the Top, where we talked about topics off the top of our head, topless.
Didn't.
Nothing happened with it.
We really liked the idea. This is like 15 years ago, I feel like now at this point. It was like 7 years ago. Talk off the top, where we talk about topics off the top of our heads, topless. Still rolls.
Talk about rolling off the tongue.
It really does.
All right, here we go. Let's get into Halloween. Halloween dreams. Jackie, true or bullshit? The hallow in Halloween comes from a Gaelic word meaning hollowed out or hidden.
Ooh.
Hallow.
Ooh.
Ah.
I want to say bullshit.
And you are correct.
Wow.
Because I feel like hallow is supposed to be like hallowed. It's very almost like holy or something.
Ding, 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 ding. Give her another point. That was my extra credit question. What does hallow mean? And she got it right.
I feel so smart on this show.
Can you believe how smart she is?
It's amazing.
I mean bonobos.
Yeah.
Bonobos, whatever.
I don't know how to I actually don't know how to say it.
It blows my mind.
Yes. Lindsay, number 2. Can you say
probably not
and spell the name of the Celtic Harvest Festival that many people believe Halloween is based on? We've talked about this before, so I thought maybe you would know this.
Yes, you do. You know this. I'm teleporting it to you through my brain.
We have talked about this before many times.
I'll give you a point if you can even just say it, because it looks like you don't remember.
I don't. Wait. I know. It was a thing and a thing, and then they did a thing, and there was lots of harvest.
Very descriptive.
And it was called... Can you tell me what it starts with?
No.
Oh my God. Just give her the points.
Jackie, would you like a chance to steal?
Yes. It's well, I hope that I say it right because I can see it and I think this is right. So Samhain.
Oh, no.
Samhain.
Okay, you froze for a second. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Say it one more time. Sorry.
I'm like, let me Google it. Hold on. Let me Samhain or San. It's SAMHAIM.
I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, SAMHAIN. Yeah, very good, very good.
Because I was like, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah,
but you definitely get a point. Good job. It's pronounced Samhain or Samhain.
Oh, wow! I've never known that actually.
Yeah.
Wow, I hate both of you.
Sorry. I'm a little nerdy, I think. I think I'm realizing that about
I love it.
myself.
You did math. You can't complain, okay? All right, Lindsay.
Yes.
Number.
No,
oh
I
no,
think
sorry.
it's
No,
Jackie's
yes, it's
turn.
Jackie's turn. Jackie, number 3. Traditionally, oh no, I'm going to do a different question. Hold on. Okay, so there's something called guising, which is the practice or custom of disguising one in fancy dress, often with a mask, and visiting people's houses for Halloween. Okay, so this originated in Scotland and Ireland, and it happens during this time of year, and it's one of the origins of trick-or-treating. The other origin of trick-or-treating is something called souling. So people go guising, so they dress up, and they go souling. What is souling? The basis of trick-or-treating. I'll give you an A, B, and C. Is it
Okay.
A, going house to house, asking for soul cakes, which are baked to commemorate the dead? Is it B, going house to house, singing songs to honor the saints? Or C, going house to house, singing songs to welcome and honor deceased relatives?
Oh, wow. I like A and C because I love the idea of asking for cake. I think it's probably C.
It's actually A.
Oh,
Although there is a component of like honoring the dead and things during this time of year for like All Saints, or actually not All Saints
Okay.
Day, but then there's Halloween or Samhain. There's a component to that, but that's not really this exactly. So it's going
Ah.
house to house asking for soul cakes, which are small round cakes baked to commemorate the dead.
Wow.
So I don't know
I
if
want to
they
make
went
some
to house.
soul cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You
that's
should
a
add
good
that
idea.
to your list of stuff you're selling. Soul
I know,
cakes.
soul cakes
Yeah.
freak everyone out. It's like the last on the list. They're like, wait, what?
I love that. That could be very LA. Like I put Reiki, like I did Reiki.
Yeah.
Reiki cake.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like.
Lindsay.
Yes, my love.
What country holds the title for the world's heaviest pumpkin?
Ooh, you
Is
don't
it-
say.
Is it A, Sweden, B, Switzerland, or C, USA? And I asked you Sweden and Switzerland because
you know I don't know the difference.
I know that you don't know the
between
difference
two.
between those two countries.
Oh, hi, kitty.
I know there's a kitty.
Oh, you have a little
there's
ginger kitty.
Oh, there's
Oh.
a kitty.
Hi, baby.
They're both gingers. Yes.
Look at that little fatty fat cat.
Cutie.
Oh my god.
Don't
There's Blue.
body shame.
I
Don't
like
wait.
a fat cat. Okay, I'm gonna guess USA because everything here is bigger and better.
It's actually incorrect. Jackie, first of all, do you know the difference between Sweden and Switzerland? And two, do you know? Would you like to take a guess? Who grew the heaviest pumpkin?
Kitty.
Oh, he's just like asleep. Well, I'm Swiss, so Brubaker is a Swiss name.
Wow.
Whoa.
But I don't think
had
it would
a
be.
Swiss person.
You better
on this
learn the
before.
difference, Lindsay.
I know.
We did a whole game about it.
It's very easy. We just have a lot of chocolate and a lot of money, and we're very neutral. And it's like the best place to live. You know? I'm gonna say Sweden though, because I don't feel like the Swiss would be like really into growing. Like I thought it was USA
Right.
too. I was like, oh, it's us, of course. I'm gonna say Sweden.
It's actually your home
It's me,
country.
It's my people.
It's you. It's your people. They grew the heaviest pumpkin. They have the world record.
Wow.
Why? Why would they do that?
I don't know. I don't know. All right,
know. 2
more quickies. Here we go. Lindsay,
Hmm.
in
I
what?
think it's Jack.
I'm
it might
so
be
sorry.
Jackie's
I keep
question.
doing that. Yeah, Jackie. In what American state is it illegal to dress up like a priest or a nun on Halloween?
Ooh.
A, Alabama. B, Mississippi. C, Texas.
Ooh. Well, I don't think it's Texas. So, wow. I mean, both Alabama and Mississippi would make sense. So I'm going to go with Mississippi.
I know, and now I don't even remember which one it actually is. Oh no, it's actually, I'm sorry, it's Alabama.
It's Alabama. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's Alabama.
close enough.
I was like, those are so close. I don't remember which the answer was. Yeah.
They feel like the same state. No offense to them,
Yeah.
but,
I mean, no offense to Sweden, Swiss, or Alabama, Mississippi, but you guys are all the same over there.
Yeah. Yeah, you could, it's a misdemeanor, and upon conviction, you could be punished by a fine not exceeding $500 or confinement in the county jail for not more than 1 year. You could get up to a year.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Everybody calm down. You know,
there are a lot of weird laws like still in practice that shouldn't be in different states that you're like, wait, I'm sorry, that's still happening? Like a lot of weird stuff.
We've done a quiz like that on this show. I forget what episode. It may have been like Kara Clank or something, but it was many moons ago. But crazy, weird, like what year is this again? Like what is happening?
Insane.
Creepy.
All right, Lindsay, last question.
Put me on the map
for Halloween dreams. So jack-o'-lanterns refer to... So jack-o'-lanterns started as a reference to a light that is sometimes seen in bogs or marshes. And according to Irish folklore, the explanation for these lights is a guy named Stingy Jack.
Yeah.
You know this?
I've talked about Stingy Jack.
Okay, so Stingy Jack, who avoided hell by tricking the devil, but was denied entry into heaven due to his sins, now has to wander the earth, okay? And he lights his way with an ember from hell that is held within what? Originally. The original jack-o'-lanterns. A, the light is inside of a turnip. B, a rutabaga. Or C, a mango wurzel.
Okay.
Which I'm not sure what that is. I did not bother to look it up.
I'm going to go up.
But I'm sure it's another root vegetable.
I'm going to go, like why did you think of a mango wurzel? Is that to throw me off?
Maybe.
I think that it's a turnip. I'm
going to give you the point. I would have accepted any of them.
Oh, so it was some sort of a root vegetable.
Yes.
Weird.
Turnip and rutabaga are the ones that I heard the most, and turnip was, I think, even the most popular. So that's correct.
I remember writing about or reading about it once.
And I don't remember us talking about that.
We
so
talked
you
about
did have an unfair
Jack.
advantage. Oh, well.
But we also
Sorry,
talked about before pumpkins were pumpkins, they used root vegetables to carve.
Okay.
So I remember that started, people would carve or leave out root vegetables, and then that turned into pumpkins.
And what I learned from doing this research is that pumpkins are indigenous to North America, specifically Mexico. So.
Oh. Well, what I learned doing this podcast was that we can all be lady doctors.
I love that. We all learned it.
And with that being said, let's tally up. Yeah,
Marsha's going to tally up the points, but I think we know who the clear winner. She knew bonobos.
I know.
She's Swiss.
I know.
She's changing people's lives.
I know.
As a motivational speaker.
Can you please stop doing that?
No, I'm mad. I'm mad about how great she is. Okay. She's like, please, hold for sound. Hold for sound. Look, all right. Even with my points and Kelly's points combined. So Kelly got 3 points. Congratulations.
Give it to us as if it were like ingredients for a pie.
Okay, so we're making a Fuck You, I'm Smarter, Who's the Winner pie.
Okay, a lady doctor pie.
Kelly has 3 cups of sugar.
Okay.
Lindsay only has 2.
Okay.
Jackie's pie is the best pie.
Because it has the most sugar.
10 cups of sugar.
Holy crap.
No way.
Yes,
no, that is impossible.
10 points. It is possible. You can do anything.
I can be a lady doctor. Finally. Oh,
and you're going to marry Roger Rabbit.
I know. We live in a mansion. Oh, jeez.
Brilliant.
Jackie, you really you pulled out some stops. So really, especially for Saturday.
Yeah.
We're recording this on a Saturday at 4 p.m.
I'm
like,
impressed.
whose brain works on a Saturday?
Not mine,
Not
but
mine.
apparently some of it just like percolated up. It was like,
I'll never forget the bonobos.
Oh,
Never.
I will never. We will
Genius.
always have bonobos.
We'll always have bonobos. No one can
Always.
take that away from us.
oh my gosh.
Wow, that was really impressive. And as our winner on Fuck You, I'm Smarter, you get to make a valedictorian speech and you get to look us in the eye and say, fuck you, I'm smarter. You can do it at any way you want, any order you want. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, I'll start with my speech. So I'd like to thank everyone who showed up to this live today, including my cat Blue. And well, since I didn't actually get a chance to walk across the stage at my own high school graduation, which is absolutely true and sad, this will be my commencement speech.
Yes.
Okay. On a really actual serious note, like it's never too late. And I know we hear that a lot and it becomes really cliche, but it's actually never too late to do what your heart really wants to do. Even if you have all of these excuses and all of these reasons why it shouldn't work, I truly believe that it's people who stay at it and humble themselves by going back to school, going back to train, doing whatever they love to do and being humble enough to be like, wow, I kind of suck at what I used to be good at, but I'm going to like work really hard at it so that I can be better than I've ever been. Not as good as I used to be, but like better than that. And just go get what you want, you know, instead of feeling like, oh, I guess not this lifetime or, you know, whatever, like things change. I have to like change my trajectory. Like, no, just we have maybe one life. I think we have multiple, but like you're in this life, you have all these beautiful opportunities. Like just be uncomfortable, work really, really hard and like try to get what you want and try to do what you want. And maybe, you know, the stupidest cliche thing is like, you know, aim for the moon. If you don't like, if you miss it, you'll land amongst the stars. And it's true. It's so cheesy, but it's so true. So go get everything you want. And
Oh, Jackie, you're amazing. Thank you. That was so
Yay.
beautiful. I'm sorry,
and
I
fuck
cut
you,
you
I'm
off.
smarter.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes,
There she is. There she is.
Oh, that was amazing.
Before we leave each other, Jackie, we want to plug, please talk about your podcast and tell our listeners where they can find you, what to look out for, what you're working on.
Yes, please go follow me on Instagram at Jackie Brubaker, JACKIE BRUBAKER. Just remember, I'm a baker, and so then it's really easy to remember the name. I'm always putting out songs that I'm recording and stuff that I'm doing in musical theater. My podcast is That Girl, the Podcast. You can find it everywhere you find your podcast. It's also on YouTube. If you're just like, I don't do podcasts, I'm just going to go to YouTube and watch it. That's fine too. But yeah, that's how you can find me, or you can find me at my website, JackieBrubaker.com.
Yay.
Awesome.
Yay. Thank
And
you
you
so
can-
much for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for doing
Thank
this. This was really fun.
This was
great.
really
And
fun.
I learned a lot.
I learned a lot too.
Same.
You guys can follow us at Kelly and Lindsay on Instagram. Through our bio, you can find all of our links to all of our things, like our YouTube lives.
Mhm.
You can follow us on TikTok. I think it's on there. We are slowly getting into the TikTok game, and I have to say, we have some real bangers, as the kids are saying.
Is that what they say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're saying.
I haven't talked to kids in a while, so I'm not sure what they're saying. But yeah, we're a couple
a
of
couple of real riffraffs.
geriatric millennials on TikTok.
Seriously, elder millennials.
Yes. But Jackie, this was such a lovely show. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank
all that you
you.
shared with us. I think that we all needed this today.
Yeah.
And your speech was very inspiring. And I think it's true. Sometimes you feel old and you're like, should I just like give up already? Like, no, look at us. Look at us living our dreams. But yes, thank you so much for being a guest. And let's hang out soon and talk about cats.
Yay, love it.
Hey.
Blue says bye too. He's so cute. Look at the little.
Hi, baby.
Oh, who's the baby?
That's what I
All right,
say.
I am going to stop the